Howdy folks, Bairdos here with some more Jimmy Bonsai and Final Fantasy XI. In this trip to Vana'diel, we are going to batter some Rhapsodies of Vana'diel missions. I know I've been putting this off for a wee while. Kinda been fighting that funk from the update from a few days ago from YouTube. I'll link it here if you've not seen it. Yeah, but we really can't put this off anymore. We need to work towards that 5th trust slot at the very least. So that's what we're going to do today. Very cutscene heavy. I am going to do my best with my accents. Throat's feeling a bit raspy. It is 1:05 in the morning. We'll see how long they last. But let's get to this. Coins often loosen lips at taverns and markets, but to turn up empty-handed, where could she have gone? Jimmy Bonsai, is that? Stand strong. That just makes me look weak. Get up, mine. Back, cur. You came from Iroha's future. I know not why you seek to spread the emptiness, but you will have to get through my blade first. I cannot be destroyed. Let the darkness fill thy soul. There is no other way. The reckoning is at hand, and you, Tenzin, will lead them here. Lady Iroha? Iroha, come back to us. The ambassador shall not go unpunished. He took it from me. Took what? The blessing. Phoenix's blessing. And she fades away again. No. No! This blade I wield also contains a blazing life force of the Avatar Phoenix. I could feel Phoenix flare up upon meeting Iroha, but I cannot say that Phoenix itself is complete. Yet my blade sings the praises of that young woman, feeling that in the future she may be Phoenix incarnate, though only a portion of its energy was entrusted to it. Let there be no doubt, in the future Phoenix will have fully revived. The awe is indescribable, but this is no time to wax poetic. Once whole, Phoenix's life force will be without peer, and not even the greatest darkness can overcome it. Not even the emptiness that strangles the far east. Jimmy Bonsai, seeing what happened to Iroha, and knowing what my blade has told me, there is only one logical conclusion. We must wrest Phoenix's blessing back from the ambassador of the void. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, come on. Phoenix blade, please guide us in these bleak times. Why are you two sitting out there having a little tea party? My fists are aching for a workout, and you know why? Because I laid eyes on this creepy masked man. Kept yammering something about being surprised to cross paths again, and I haven't changed at all. I've never seen that worthless piece of trash in my life. The masked man, tell us, where did he go? I do not know, but he muttered something about an astral candescence. I'll give him a couple of good chops next time he shows his face around here. He might have been alone, but that decisive tone of voice, he definitely was talking with someone. Astral Candescence. The name is not altogether unfamiliar. It is a special type of instrument found in the land of Atargan. For years I had been aching to study one, but I never had cause to visit the Empire. What now? What's that? Can you eat it? I like the way your mind thinks, Brush. Jimmy Bonsai, we must make haste. One of my disciples found out the detain Shodo and Lord Juno and offer us safe passage there. Yeah, let's go. Sure. Let us waste not a breath. I've got a couple of errands to take care of here. Save me a piece of that masked bugger for later. Can't help but wonder if someone or something is controlling him. Jimmy Bonsai, may your journey be a safe one. Right, and from here, we need to go to Whitegate, funnily enough. Because at this point, if you don't have a permit to get to Argon, you need to go and get one. But since we have one, let's just go. Gonna be interesting to hear the masked man's voice back. So I was going for something there. I don't know whether it actually pulled off. In my head it pulls off. Obviously what I hear in my head and what actually comes out is two completely different things. Oh, Jimmy Bonsai, I urgently request your aid. What happened? I must ask you to infiltrate the palace. Ninja! Forgive me for speaking out of turn, but our adventure companion must be completely lost without a clear explanation. Of course. I met with a particular someone upon setting foot here in Atargan. A staunch ally known as Gesho. He shrouds himself in a tarnished black outfit, a ridiculous costume the likes of which I have never seen. One cannot help but admire his commitment to the cause, being dressed up in a bid to fully maintain his cover. Sir Tenzin, that is no costume. And furthermore, it is wholly irrelevant to this discussion. Let me get back on track. Gesho strove to find out all he could about this ambassador. He received credible information about a man matching his description, visiting an imperial alchemist in the palace. Would that I had more information about the location, but Gesho himself remains uncertain. On the bright side, Gesho was able to foil his plot before it bore fruit. I scarce need point out that he will not turn tail and saunter away, and that is why I need you to infiltrate the palace. Sure. Those were the words I had been hoping to hear. But Sir Tenzin, Lord Jimmy Bonsai would make for a most unwelcome guest at present. That does pose quite the dilemma. The only path that lies before you is to work to gain the trust of the Empire. That will doubtlessly provide you with the opportunity to make our cause known. I wish you good fortune. Gegero, come. Oh, she's just gonna jump up in the sky, like she's a dragoon, even though she hasn't. And back to our home nation, where we should be told to come back here, hopefully, unless we still have another Argon mission to do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right, have I passed? Wait, what? Mission 12. Damn it, we're on Imperial schemes. Causes. Ah, wait a minute. Right, I think we might just need to get this cutscene from Naja. Oh dear God, no Naja Salahim. Oh, back to Argon. So just go one. Alright. Up the stairs and far away. Not really, but maybe. Just walking into walls. I'm not even in the right bit, am I? Wow. Hey. Oh, it's just you, Jimmy Bonsai. You had me worried there for a second. See, we have some very important guests arriving from the palace today, and the office is in an uproar. Although thankfully it's put President Naja in a good mood. Not like the last time he walked through the door. Look at her smile. She's been like that ever since the messenger from the palace came by. La la la, la la, la la la, la 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 la. Jimmy Bonsai, how long you been standing there? Don't just sneak up without announcing yourself to your superior. That's a good way to get your skull cracked. Why didn't you speak up? I was listening to your singing. Okay. You're listening to that? About I take my morning star here and beat that melody out of your head. I don't have time for any more of this idle chit-chat. I'm expecting some very important, very rich visitors at any moment. The immortal who brought me this wonderful news is still here as well. You need to scoot, Jimmy Bonsai. You're just in the way. Go on, shoo. President Naja, you have visitors. May I present the Honourable Afmal, Palace Puppet Master. You're early. Isn't that wonderful? Jimmy Bonsai, go stand in the corner and keep your trap shut. Please be at ease. What's with that up-jump puppet? I believe her name is Off-Jang. That's not what I'm asking. Was there something? You are most gracious to take the time to visit our humble offices. Please come this way. What a disorganized operation. Huh? That's right, you have yet to be introduced. This is the court puppet master, Half Mile. And this is my dear companion of Chang. Please forgive my ignorance, Miss of Chang. I am Naja, a loyal servant of the Empire. Speak up, of Chang. You're the one who wanted to come here in the first place. Of Chang. Apology accepted. There you go. Who is this person? He wears a wildcat badge. A mercenary? That's just a mannequin I ordered from the Midlands. Is that right? No matter. Naja, please answer of Chang's question without the humor. Of course. That is Jimmy Bonsai, a citizen of the Midlands, come to work as a mercenary for the Empire. I see. Has the matter been explained? We are about to begin. Be quick about it. Naja, I will now read to you a confidential request from Nashmira, the second Empress of At Ergan. Please continue. Salahim's sentinels, we hereby order you to ease the hearts of the people by uncovering the truth behind the rumored ghost ship. This rumor proves to be nothing more than a hoax, or to deal with those responsible. Nashmira 2. Ghosts? Is there a problem? No problem? I humbly accept this honor and promise to serve the Empire in any function that she should require. One more thing. This task is to be carried out with the utmost secrecy. Draw no undue attention from citizens or soldiers of the Empire. For this reason, command of the operation has been given to Afmal. The Puppet Master? Surely you have no cause for disagreement? None at all. Great to have you aboard. Well then, we will require you to provide us with a capable mercenary. Let me think. Why not take Jimmy Bonsai here? I'm sure he would be delighted to assist you. Excellent. You'll receive a reward based on your performance. Thank you for your assistance. We have vaults full of coins for a diligent worker. Report even the smallest details to the palace. Millions of fortune guide you. If we can fulfill direct requests from the Empress, this company's prestige will go through the roof. Jimmy Bonsai, this task is confidential. Don't leak a word of it to anyone. Okay, let me give you all the information we have in the ghost ship. Moving under the cover of all the beastman mess, ghosts have even been seen on the outskirts of Al Sabi. How do I know this? What has just reached the ears of the palace officials has been circulating in town for a good while now. Since the first sighting of the ghost ship around the Arapago Islands by some Kukan near on 10 years ago, people have been spotting them spook vessels all over the place. Everyone thought it must have been the Ashu Talif, an imperial passenger ship that sunk in the area. Then a guy who had a run-in with the ghost ship on the way back from Nashmar swore it was the Black Coffin. Seems this guy was from Ephramadstock and had a picture carefully hidden in the rafters of his house. This picture was a rendering of the Ephramad rebellion symbol, the majestic Black Coffin. Sounds like the stuff of fairy tales, but the fact remains that Ephramad descendant was hauled off by the immortals for questioning. In any case, with the reward I'm expecting from the Empress, this company will be rolling in cash for the next 10 years. So, Jimmy Bonsai, go after that ghost ship, and don't come back till you learn something useful. Alright. Right. So now we should be able to go there. I don't think we need to have done Royal Puppeteer. I hope we don't have to have done Royal Puppeteer. We don't have to do Royal Puppeteer, we're only 3 cutscenes away from our trust slot, which is awesome. So, a few episodes ago, I had a bad Dynamis run because we were low on coins, low on gil, I mean. So I thought I'll go and do some Dyna Juno NM hunting, forgetting that sparks these days can be turned into a lot of money. So yeah. We went up above 1 million again, and I've spent about 200k of it on upgrading our Jimmy specific pop gear rather than the stuff that's focusing on Gustav. So I'll show you that shortly. But yeah, I still have a chunk of it for getting new attachments for when we focus on the tank build. But anyway, on with these cutscenes. Master, behold your orb. The path remains steadfast, and you have successfully reached the 3rd gate. But the spirits which protect Regency in my sanctorum have gone silent. I am unable to remain here in 884. My abject failure to guide you in your hour of need is a shame that I shall not overcome. Had I been able to better serve you, then maybe. But I can safely place my trust in you. You have come this far, and your hope grows stronger with each passing day. You'll be ready when the world has reached the fulcrum. May your steps remain swift and true. Edfor, Alice. Right, and now we need to go back to the White Gate, the Gate of White, and examine the actual White Gate. Oh no, we've still got 2, 3, 4, so 5 cutscenes to do, including this one. Damn Firefox wasn't showing me all my damn tabs. You want to know what's behind the gate? This gate leads to the Imperial Ward. You may only enter by the grace of Her Magnificence the Empress, or if you have Al-Zabi's citizenship. No place for a mercenary like you. Be on your way. You know an awful lot about this masked man and his gang. It mean only one thing. You're one of his cohorts. Gang? How many are there? Several days after he came storming into the palace, a woman with the same patterned mask slipped in too. And when combined with all the other reports we've received, that makes a total of 7 or 8. And why am I telling you this? After all, you're one of them! All this shouting is sending the birds scattering. Please, come inside. A future choked by darkness? Isn't there anything we can do? Perhaps this is why Aroha comes to this point in time. But I wonder, can this even be true? Then again, if I accept it at face value, it might help us learn about the ominous powers that the masked man and his followers wield. When his female companion stormed into the castle, not a single soldier was able to successfully detain her. She opened up a void into the nether realm and manipulated it to move her way around the palace. Must be the dark energies your friend spoke of. I think I understand. The masked man went off in search of Aroha, who hoped to set the future right. So they want the incandescence, so that the future remains as it is? This is so much to take in. But I believe you, I truly do. Eek! What was that? Our future? Is that how things are meant to be? Think that there is so much time we've yet to spend together. I understand the gravity of the situation and would let you see the candescence. I'll be waiting for you in the Hall of Binding in the Valara Turban. Doesn't matter what comes after Valara. I always follow it up with Turban. And the thing is, I still have never owned a Valara Turban. I refused to back at 75k. I don't care how good it was. I just refused. No, I wasn't having it. What was that? You need taste? Nah. Nah. It's fine. It's fine. Temple is under siege. Are we too late? What happened? A masked man. Several immortals went to quell the threat. We haven't heard word in hours. Yeah, they're buddied. Oh no. That's not a man, that's a Mithra. I know there's a lot of mantras kicking about, but that is probably not a mantra. What's she doing? And that light, it's resonating with candescence. We lack power. Preparations have not yet been made in this age. Then I must take matters into my own hands with this mask. Yeah. Just stop her. Just in time. Get down. Blammo. Tenzin just fire striked her as if he was Reinhardt. Tell us where the ambassador is, and you might yet see the next sunrise. How do you have Phoenix's life force? That power is not for you to wield. Lord Jimmy Bonsai, it is done. Phoenix has returned to us. Yet my blade is an insufficient vessel to harbor all of its energy. I suspect the rest has returned to the Mother Crystal. Perhaps this is the wrong time. But just who are... Introductions can wait. We must first tend to the wounded. Then let us help as well. Do not think you can escape from me. We can trust Kegero to hound her to the ends of Vana'diel. Falls to us to make these men hale and hearty. I'm sure we'll be meeting again. Lord Jimmy Bonsai, I shall head for Sharahat Tea House once the situation here has calmed down. That he will. Oh, it's Ballamore. Oh, so this is the Ambassador of the Void. Another interesting character to make dance on my stage. Right, let's go across to the tea house now. Actually, a Chinese restaurant a few miles away from here called the Tea House, and it's the best Chinese I've ever had. The best Chinese food. Ah, so good. So good. If you're ever in the Larbour area of Scotland, then I would recommend looking up. Just chucking it straight in. Good. Lord Jimmy Bonsai, we've discovered evidence pointing us towards Alzadal's undersea ruins. And those in the Hall of Bending, are they alright? They're fine, thank the goddess. One of those injured in the confrontation took a mighty blow to the head, but we ran into a stroke of luck. He spoke with Lady Aphmau during his recovery. We are most fortunate in that. For he had overheard that masked man's next plan. You see, there is a legend passed down at Ergen across generations about a being known as the Prime Avatar. Perhaps I need not spell it out, but I shall anyway. With Phoenix's power gone, he now seeks something of comparable strength. Ah, so in your jungle you sparred with the Ambassador as he commanded the power of Siren, another Prime Avatar. If he turned an Avatar against us once, it is likely he will attempt to do so again. Recall how that masked woman in the hall mentioned needing to take matters into her own hands, presumably because something was missing? It gives me pause. What if the Ambassador, not content to see the future devoured, intends to bring his infernal gloom to our present as well? You want proof? I've received reports of another vortex which recently opened in the Middlelands. Weeds cut off at the top continue to grow and fester. They must be ripped out from the roots. And the Alzadal undersea ruins may be the key to doing just that. Lady Aphmau asserted that the Prime Avatar has a strong connection with those ruins. She has doubtlessly arrived there already. It will not do to keep her waiting. Apparently not. So let's head on that way. We're actually getting through these faster than I thought we would. I thought they were all lengthy buggers. I still don't really want to just have a video full of cutscenes though. And as it is 20 to 2. That is looking to be how it's going to be. But I mean, yeah. The issue right now is our Rhapsodies progression is stopping us from getting into other areas where we can better our gear. Because there's 2 other areas that unlock through Rhapsodies of Vana'diel progression. both of which have enemies we can actually deal with by ourselves. That drop gear that is a hell of a lot better than what we have. Thank goodness you've arrived. This building, and those like it scattered throughout the land, are historic ruins of the great Vana'diel dynasty, which flourished over 900 years ago. Only under the most special of circumstances are those not from our lands permitted entry. I'm afraid I cannot explain more at present, but this edifice is related to the prime avatar spoken of in the Arganian legends. Jimmy Bonsai and I would surely like to hear more about what exactly this prime avatar is. In simple terms, an iron giant. An iron giant? Its name is Alexander, a being that commands the forces of light. Huh. What on Vana'diel? Ah, Phoenix. Thy voice always grated on mine ears. Oh, but 'twould seem thou art even more cacophonous than usual. Perhaps because now there are two of thee. Ah, so one carrying thy blessing has alighted on this land from the future. I understand thy predicament. If thou dost deem her to be of great importance, then I shall honor thy request to give her form in this world once more. Just like that. Good guy, Alexander. Master, is it Tenzin? How do you feel? Lady Aroha, your journey to the realm of the living has surely taken its toll. Permit me to explain in your stead. None understand better than I. Phoenix has become whole in the future, and its life force has brought Aroha back to us. Yet this is not the first time, and God strike me if it is the last. She is stuck within the cycle of life, returning to Vana'diel each time she is struck down. Would that I were not endlessly reliant on my family to rescue me after each mishap. My blade once again held power of a similar magnitude, so I am all too familiar with the particulars. Yet just as flame can cauterize a grievous wound, so too a phoenix's blazing wings of life accompanied by indelible pain. Am I wrong? There is no need to put on a brave front. Though your body may have recovered, your spirit yet needs time to heal. There is naught else for me to do. That girl's presence in this world is forbidden, and why death doth clamour to claim her at every opportunity. Forbidden? Doubtless because she has not yet been born. Order must be obeyed, and all that would threaten it shall be expunged. Even Phoenix can only protect her for so long. Its breath draws ever fainter, its energy is beginning to wane. I have done what I can, but whether she is long for this world is not something for me to decide. I care not what hardships I must overcome. Master must bring light to my future, and my calling is to guide him along the path. And thou wilt stop at naught to banish the emptiness. Yet the emptiness bringeth absolute darkness. Is not the absence of light I shall face in the end. The spirits of... I can't tell if this is Eld or Old. Eld have surely felt the presence of such an abomination since time immemorial. it surpasses the power of the gods themselves, and shall descend upon Vana'diel ere long. And his underlings have already arrived in our time. Lord Alexander, they aim to engage in a ritual with astrocandescence and use it to steal your power. Ah yes, I recall the candescence. But thou art slightly mistaken. They were not after my light, but rather Odin's darkness. Of course, it is only via my form that they would be able to summon Odin. That would call forth Ragnarok. I would relish such a test of wills. Can't. Fear not, youngling. They scatter the chaff before the wind. What concerneth me now is whether they will attempt to clip Phoenix's wings again, or whether they will search for their darkness elsewhere. Lord, my primary concern lies not with vanquishing the ambassador, but rather with ensuring Master is prepared for the time of reckoning, and that is why he needs to fill the orb with... Cough hack? Lady Aurora! You mustn't, you need rest. She is about to fade once more. Dost thou wish for a way to save her? Would be but a small hope, but the only being that could convince Vana'diel to accept her in this time would be one born of Altana's tears, one of the newest guardians of this world, Kate Sith. Ask Phoenix for its aid. My health should be the least of your concerns. Master, leave me to my fate, and continue your journey. Shh, you'll be in safe hands back at the palace. She is correct. We shall return to Aturgan in the meantime, Lord Jimmy Bonsai. Shall we there? Just you tell me what I'm doing. Aye. After this cutscene, that is going to be a good point for us to stop doing the cutscenes for this, because it's the end of the current Arkany part. And again, no actual action, just running around and doing cutscenes. It's weird. Really weird. How many cutscenes they decided to just chuck in. I didn't notice it first time around. Really didn't. Right, I believe... No, not the bloody homeboy. What you doing? Yeah, we just need to click on Igor. Don't worry about Aurora. He's just resting. Our alchemists have done everything they can. In simple terms, they excise the poison that goes through her. I'll bring you to her as soon as she is well enough to have visitors. Ah, and Denizen mentioned returning to Norg to report on what he has seen. He mentioned having a lead on where to find this Kate Sith that Alexander mentioned. A cavernous maw in Battalion Downs. What could he have possibly meant? But you know something, don't you? Yes, I do. I had figured as much. Please keep yourself out of danger. Nee, Todder. Lady Avmal, you have my gratitude. Iroha, are you sure it's safe to walk? I'll bring Jimmy Bonsai back right away. There is no need for that. Now that you and my companions are aware of Vana'diel's opinion of me, my being here would only serve as a hindrance. Many are the soldiers who have fallen to protect the weak. I have awoken to my own failings, and thus will walk a different path. Nothing could be further from the truth. People have become strong exactly because they have something to protect. Lady Aphmau, your kind words are a boon in these dark times. Please watch over Master in my stead. But she's 12. Iroha, where are you going? Master needs me to be able to stand on my own, so that I can shelter him from the darkness. Rhapsody in Crimson. Ching. And with that we get experience and skill gains. The experience and limit points go up 30%. Combat and magic skill gains go up 100%. Alter egos, maximum number now 5. And we get more stuff being sold at the Curio Vendor Muggles. This more stuff being... we can buy X potions, super healers, which we'll never buy, an Antleon quiver, Darkling bolt and fusion bolt quivers, Dwemer bullet and Oberon bullet pouches, and Iga shuriken pouches, tool bag sushi, apple and pearl lays, melon juice and Yugudo drink, bottle full, cream dorado crab sushi, a butter crepe, pumpkin pie, chocolate rusks, coffee macaroons, montagnas, seafood pitaroo, chiramoki, kusamoki, akamoki. Fantastic, we finally have pet foods, beef stew pot, zaru soba and spicy crackers. And that is it. Cool. So that's going to do it for today's episode. A chunk of Rhapsodies of Vana'diel done. We can now summon our 5th trust. Awesome. Definitely needed to get that done. So hope you enjoyed that. Next episode we are going to focus on building our tank pup. So look forward to that. That will come out on Tuesday. For now though, if you want to see more, click that subscribe button. Jimmy Bonsai videos come at you Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. I do daily Let's Plays as well though, so feel free to check them out too. For now, thanks for watching, take it easy, adios.